Hello guys, and welcome to this video. And in this video I will be guiding you through how to monetize your app, right? So we'll be talking about the different monetization models that you can use to monetize an app, right? So you've created an app, right? You solved a problem, right? So how do you get paid for this problem you solved? So how do you monetize your app? This is what we'll be covering in this video. There are three basic monetization models for monetizing an app, right? The first monetization model for monetizing an app is the one-time purchase app, right? So once you create an app, right, for people to be able to download and install on their device and start using them, they have to pay a certain amount of money. That's what we call one-time purchase app, right? So you get paid each time people install your app, right? Before they can even download it to install on their devices, they have to pay for it, right? The second monetization model is the subscription-based app, right? The subscription-based monetization model, it works by subscription, right? So people can install your app for free, but they would have to subscribe to your app, right? So after a certain number of time, like months, yearly or daily, they actually will pay you to subscribe to your app to be able to continue to use your services, right? And then the third monetization model is the free app, right? I wonder how you can actually get paid by creating a free app and then giving people to install it for free, and then they don't pay anything in return to you directly. It is by using what is called the free app monetization model, right? So how do you get paid for offering an app for to use, solving a problem for free, right? How do you get paid in that sense, right? For the first monetization model, the one-time purchase app, right? For instance, is the Sketchware app itself, right? It has a premium version, right? You have to pay a one-time fee to Sketchware for you to be able to continue to use it, right? To even get it installed on your device, right? And then the second monetization model, which is a subscription based, is an app like Netflix, right? You pay a monthly amount to use the app. An example of the free monetization model app is Facebook itself, right? So you go to Facebook every day, you don't pay anybody. The data you are using to access Facebook actually does not go to Facebook, right? It only goes to your internet service provider. The money you're using to buy data goes to your internet service provider, not Facebook, right? So how do Facebook get paid by you using their app, right? This is one of the most popular monetization model of most social media platforms, right? So how does it work? One of the major ways to monetize a free app is by showing ads to your users, showing advertisements to your users. So how does it work, right? Companies can approach you, then they strike a deal with you that they want to advertise on your app, then they pay you a certain amount of money for them to be able to advertise on your app. That is the basics of the free monetization model, right? So Facebook actually gets money when people and businesses actually advertise to you on Facebook, right? So that's how Facebook gets their money, by showing advertisements to you, right? When you're building apps with Sketchware, right, the most compatible model for you to use to monetize your app is the free app. You don't need to actually go out looking for companies to advertise on your app for you. Google has made everything easy for you. Google has a platform called Google AdMob, right? Google AdMob is simply a platform that Google has brought together for app developers to be able to earn money from their apps by showing ads to their app users. You don't have any business looking for companies to advertise on your app. All you just need to do is to create an AdMob account, then link it to your app, and then ads will start showing. Each time people use it, ads will start showing from Google, and then you get paid in dollars each time people use your app. That's cool, right? So in this video, we'll be showing you how you can set up all of this from beginning to the ending, and how you can actually get started with monetizing your app using Google AdMob. Once you're on the Google AdMob website, right, if you don't have an account yet, I'll drop a link in the comments where you'll be able to create an account. Once you are logged into your Google AdMob account, you click on this hamburger icon, then to click on this app. Then you see the list of your apps already on Google AdMob. Then you click on add app to add a new app. Right, so it's going to ask you for more information about your app. Ask you what platform is your app going to be published on, so you choose Android, right? So, and also it's going to ask you if your app is already published on the Play Store. You click no for now because you are still in the process of developing. So you enter the app name, and then click on add app. The process of creating an AdMob app is so easy, right? All you just need to do is enter the name, then the platform it is being published on. Then the next thing you would do now is to create ad units, right? So it's a new app, right? There's nothing here yet. For you to start showing ads on your app, you need to create what is called ad units. Ad units are, as the name sounds, units of ad that your app can deliver, right? Ad units. Now, these are the different kinds of ads we can add on our app. The banner ad is simply a short banner at the bottom or at the top of your screen, right? You have a choice to place it wherever you want. It's a short ad that appears at the bottom or at the top of your screen. An interstitial ad is one that covers the whole screen, right? It's like a pop-up, the ones you see in popular apps that pops up after you do a certain activity and then it covers the whole screen. It's called an interstitial ad, right? Then the reward interstitial ads are video ads that cover the whole screen also. Then we also have other types of ads you can show on your app. And for now in this video and using Sketchware, we'll need just the first two, right? We need the banner ad and the interstitial ad. So we'll select the banner ad to create an ad unit, then enter an ad unit name. So this is a banner ad, so we'll enter a name banner 1, because in some apps you may have up to 5 banner ads on different pages, right? You can have more than one banner ad on a single app, right? But on different pages, in order not to scare your users away, right? So we click on create ad unit. This text you see here is what is called your banner ad unit ID, right? This is your banner ad unit ID. This is the banner ad you just created, right? This ID will be useful when you are linking your app to your AdMob account, right? So you keep note of this. You copy. Now you can always choose to create another ad unit. Click on create another ad unit, right? So because we want to create an interstitial ad, so we select interstitial ads. The same process applies. Let's call it interstitial. As well, also you can have multiple interstitial ads added to your app, right? But on different occasions we will make them appear, right? Click on create ad unit. Now our interstitial ad has been created successfully. This is also the ad unit for this interstitial ad. You also take note of this and also separate it so that you know the difference between the banner ad unit and the interstitial ad unit, right? Take note of the both of them, because they will be very useful when you are creating your app, when you are linking your ad mob to your app in Sketchware, right? So once you're done, you click on done. Now currently we have just 2 ad units on our app, right? These are just the 2 ad units we have on our app, the banner and the interstitial, right? Now we are good to go, right? Once you've taken note of the ad unit, you can now go back to Sketchware. Okay, let's say this is the app we want to monetize, right? So to get started on the Sketchware section here, then click on the library. You will see what is called the ad mob. Currently it is off, right? So you have to switch it on, right? So to do that, you have to just go through this simple process that Sketchware will take you, right? Just in few steps, right? So you have an option to link your AdMob account or add manually, right? So you will use the manual method to do that. You click on manual. Now you'll be asked to enter your ad unit, right? Now, for the sake of test purposes, do not use your real AdMob ad unit for testing, right? You could get banned by using your real AdMob ad unit to test your app, right? You only use it when you are sure the app is done and then you are ready to publish, right? Because Google is very strict. Google AdMob is very strict, and they do not tolerate people trying to cheat. So what you want to do to pass through this process is to use what is called the test ad, right? Test ad unit. So here are some list of test ad units. Go to Google and type AdMob test ads, right? And all of this will appear. So if you're testing a banner ad, you can copy this as the ad unit, right? For testing purposes, right? And then for interstitial, you copy this for testing purposes. So we'll go back to Sketchware. So since we are still in the development process, we'll use the test ad, right? So we'll add the name ad, right? Then give it an ID. Good. Now we have the 2 test ad units added to our AdMob app, right? Now you can click on next. In the next step, assign ad units ID to each of them, right? So we have a banner ad. You click on the banner ad. Which of them is the banner ad? So you just select the one which is for banner, and then for the interstitial, you do the same, select for the interstitial. Now we've set IDs to each of them. Click on next. Now this is another option to enable you test ads on your device, right? It's called the test device ID, right? So this is something, if you are using test ad units, you don't need to set test ad devices for your app, right? So you just skip this. Now you have to review the information, then click on save. Now we are good to go, right? Now you can start adding the banner ads to your activity, right? So let's go to under Google. You see this ad view here. You can drag and drop it anywhere at all to your app. This is what it looks like, right? It's going to look like, if you drag it at the bottom, it's going to look like, you can place it anywhere you want, right? So I'll leave it at the top for now. Now each time ads are being shown on this part of the screen, you get paid per impression. There's a specific amount Google pays you depending on the kind of app you build and the kind of the number of app users you have, right? You get paid in dollars, right? So to configure this, you add the view first. Then to add an interstitial ad, you go to the component, click on plus, then you search for interstitial ad, right? You click on it. To add it, you give it a name. Then you click on add. Now the interstitial ad has been added successfully to our app, right? Now how do we show it? How do we make it load? To make it load, you go to the events tab inside the onCreate, right? Inside the onCreate, you want to show the ad view, right? The banner ad. So this is how you should display ads on your app, right? The banner ad will load when this page opens for the first time, right? While the interstitial ads, you have to be very careful with it, so that you don't get your app users annoyed by your app, right? You have to be wise when you are showing interstitial ads. You don't just pop up ads anytime and anyhow, right? So you have to leave it for when a button is clicked, when an action is being taken, right, for you to show interstitial ads, right? So for the purpose of that, we will add a button so that we will be able to show the interstitial ads when that button is clicked, right? For instance, if your app is a WhatsApp status saver, you want to show an interstitial ad, which is the pop-up that covers the whole screen when a new status has been saved, right? So the user gets something while you show your ad, after the user has been satisfied by something in your app, right? So we will actually use the WhatsApp status saver to explain this in a more better way, right? So go back. Now this is the WhatsApp status saver app we created earlier, right? I've added the banner ad. Is going to appear at the bottom of the screen. Now also I've added the interstitial ad, right? So what I need to do now is to go to the onCreate event of this app. Now go to components or go to view. To show the banner ad, go to view and look for Google. Then you drag and drop this ad view load, right? This is what will make the banner ad to load, right? So you drag and drop. I prefer to add it at the top so that it loads first before anything else starts to load. So select the ad view, right? This. Now that's all you need to do for the banner ads to show. To show the interstitial ads, as we said earlier, you don't just show interstitial ads anyhow, just like that. You want to show interstitial ads when an action has been taken, when your user has done something on it, right? So you would click when this button is clicked, right? We want to show an interstitial ad. So what we will do is to add that event for when this button is clicked, right? Now go to the view unbind view. This is where we activated the event for that button, right? So to do that, you go to the component tab, then you look for add mob interstitial ads, create, load and show, right? Create, load and show. We have to drag all of this into our main screen, right, to show an interstitial ads. Then you drag it to the bottom at the end here, after the success toast. After the success has been toast, that means after the file has been saved successfully, you want to show a pop-up on the screen so that you get paid each time someone saves status on your app, right? Let's say you're the owner of this app right now. If each time someone uses this to save a WhatsApp status, you get paid in dollars, right? So select interstation ads. Now the first block says create, then the second block says load, then the last block actually says show. So it's the pro. So we'll go ahead to run this up to see how we have been able to do this successfully. Then you click on open. So once the app first opens, right, you wait for a little while. Now when the app first opens, right, you can see the banner ad is shown. The user don't have to do anything for this banner ad to show. The interstitial ads also show when someone clicks to save a status, right? After it's been success, then we show the ad, right? Each time this display on your ad, you get paid. This is how you monetize your Sketchware app, right? So you are done building your app, right? Now how do you get it out of Sketchware? How do you get your app into people's devices, right? So in the next video, I'll be showing you how to publish your app from the Sketchware, and then how to get people to install your app, and then get people to start using your app.